Hi, it's Emmy Brunel from TennisCraze.com. Today we're in Laguna Beach with nutritionist Robert Karlsson, aka the Health Dude. Hi, Robert.
Hi, how are you?
What's a good overall diet to have as a tennis player?
Well, I think we should watch what we eat, stay away from fast food, and eat a higher protein diet. I think fats play a more important role than ever before. 30% calories from fat is a good thing. Now, it just depends where that fat's coming from. We probably want that.
Ice cream.
Yeah, we don't want ice cream.
Yeah.
We want it to come from like avocados, nuts such as cashews or walnuts, or olive oil is a good fat source. Of course, you're going to take a very small quantity of that, maybe 2 teaspoons to a tablespoons a day of that kind of fat. Or one of my favorite is raw organic coconut oil. My family buys it, the raw organic coconut oil in a jar from the health food store, just as Mother's. Okay, and we cook in it because it doesn't oxidize the fat. Oxidizing fats can be detrimental to our health and increase rapid aging, which we're trying to avoid. We've got to stay young and fit when we're playing tennis, right? I forgot to also mention the carbohydrates is also an important component. You're not going to be high in pasta like marathon run is typically a stereotype for, but you do need some kind of carbs. Fruit and vegetables are my favorite. So you would want to include, at least with each meal, fruit the size of your palm that fits in like a baseball, and some greens, preferably. I say the lettuce, your hand as it grabs the greens and pulls around, that's about how many vegetables in the leafy type that you would have in your meal.
With every meal?
At least your 3 main meals a day. There will be also snacks in between in 1 ounce or 2 ounce portions in between. Or before your match, you want to load up on some kind of small balanced meal with carbs, fats, and protein.
What should we eat the night before a match? Should we carbo load or should we eat light?
I don't believe in carbo loading. I think it's old school training that marathon runners made famous. I think we have to eat a balanced diet, and we actually have to increase the fat a little. A main source of energy from the body that the body wants to get their energy from is actually the fat source. So if you can eat in a way that stimulates fat being released, you're in good hands because you have the highest energy that you can get from the body comes from our fat.
Great. What about on the day of an important match, like power breakfast or
The
eating
power
light?
breakfast, I think, is great with getting a bowl of oatmeal, slowly cooked, not instant oatmeal that you microwave, but slowly cooked. Add some fruit to it, such as a piece of fruit, such as an apple or banana, and also I would take in a couple of eggs. I think eggs have great amount of protein, amino acids, and a good fat source all in one. And so a couple of hard-boiled eggs would do wonders.
Great, great. What about during the match? What are some things we can just munch on to get more energy, or do you not recommend having a snack?
During the match, I like taking the supplement such as an emergency. I like also other energy booster drinks that are natural, like whole food nutrients. I use Pollen Burst in my practice with my athletes, and also I think a little 1 ounce of cheese with a piece of fruit would be great.
Bread and cheese and wine in the court.
Wine and cheese?
Yeah.
No, that's after the match, right?
Yeah. How about Gatorade? Is it good? Is it bad?
I think Gatorade is just over-promoted garbage. I really believe it is full of acidity, which is detrimental to our youth. I see so many kids drinking Gatorade, or athletes, or vending machines. It's also a very oxidizing agent, and I'm very scientific and I sound kind of nerdy right now, I'm being a nutritional nerd, but you can really test all this with sophisticated equipment and prove to all the people who don't believe it, because it is so heavily promoted in any main event, whether it's tennis or cycling event or any kind of event. And people need to know that this is not necessarily the best thing for us.
What about that vitamin water we see at the store?
Yeah, vitamin water again is one of those heavily promoted acidic and oxidizing substances that just is very detrimental. It's just because it has the word vitamin in it, we all naturally gravitate because we associate wellness with it.
What about vitamins and herbs? What's good? What's just a plain old waste of money?
Well, it's a hit and miss with supplements. I know people in the industry who say 95% of the vitamins out there are ineffective. And so that's really why I believe in pharmaceutical grade vitamins, because you know what you're getting and you know it's going to work. Another thing that makes vitamins and herbs and stuff complicated, sometimes we don't absorb vitamins. We may be toxic by nature or have been toxic for a while based on the environmental factors, the food we ate, or perhaps the medication that we've been on. And so the cells become kind of resilient to open up to a lot of nutrients to come in because they're blocked by toxicity. And so we have to really debunk that. I always recommend to my clients do a mild detox with something with like a glutathione extract with some probiotics to get the body cleansed, and the body can now and after the detox be more ready to absorb these nutrients. Some of the ones that I really like is the emergency packs. They're a little sweet by nature, but they're usually a good electrolyte mix. And most people that I've talked to about it that use them do very well in the tennis that take it. And they're very regular, taken before a match and sometimes after to recover a little bit better. I think rhodiola may be one that be very beneficial for the people who have a lot of mental stress on the court. A lot of clients suffer from that and are not mentally sharp to keep up with the stress, because you know tennis can be 50% mental, 50% physical, right?
Exactly.
And so you have to be ready and have that.